What is up, guys? Zoke here, and I'm here to present you guys Neverwinter. I'm here playing with my Uncle Harry. I'm going to be going through the original tutorial in the beginning. I'm going to be creating my own character, but say what's up, Harry.
Well, what's going on right now is we're in the marketplace right now. We're about ready to take a few missions from Sergeant Knox here, and kind of start our adventure together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for my nephew here to catch up to me, and then we're going to get going. Okay?
Yeah. So you guys can't see his perspective at all. You're only going to be seeing me. This is just going to be going up. You're just going to see my face cam. He's going to be in the background as well. Me and him are going to be playing this together. It's more or less of a co-op, and we're only going to be playing these characters with each other. So while this intro just goes on, I'm going to give a brief explanation of what Neverwinter is and what we're going to be doing. There's a game out called Dungeons and Dragons, the Tale of Heroes or something like that.
Absolutely.
Something like that on the original Xbox, and we used to play that a lot back when it was out on the original Xbox. This came out, it was a free-to-play game for the Xbox One, and we figured, hey, this is almost exactly like it, but it gives you more customization methods. I mean, they do try and get you to buy their product and stuff like that, buy in-game currency, but we're not going to do that. We're going to play the game for how it is. But we're going to go ahead and create our character here soon. He's in the marketplace. He already has his character created. I let him go and do the tutorial ahead of time, so he'll be up and ready whenever we get in there. So, as you guys can see, this is a pretty nifty intro. They put some pretty good cinematics in here.
And I would say definitely this far exceeds the Dungeons and Dragons on the 360. The 360 was kind of more overview. Not a, it was definitely a co-op play, but this is more of an overview, more realistic kind of Dungeons and Dragons game. If you have ever been a gamer of that sort, of a role-playing game, this is more realistic to that quest type of game.
Yeah, this is definitely a lot better. On that one, the only way you could play co-op was actually playing split screen, and you all four had to share the screen. This one is more personalized. This one is for the more personal gamer, and you could play together online, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure about split screen, but I do know you play together online, obviously. So.
Definitely a better game. A free game, you can't beat it. Oh no. You can't beat it for a free game. It's they've done their work on it. We're starting with these new characters. We have played this before, but we want you to go through the adventure with us. So we are starting with new characters right now.
Yes, as you can see, I'm here. I'm going to be selecting my race. Now, my original character is half orc, which is more or less, as it says right there, critical hits do additional damage. The ability scores is Constitution or Strength, and 2 to Dexterity. I'm going to go ahead, for the sake of this, keep this away from my regular character, and I'm going to probably have to go with... I'm going to have to go with the dwarf, mainly because of the dwarf, and I'm gonna dual wield, or not dual wield, I'm gonna wield a battle axe if I can, but mainly because of the dwarf in Lord of the Rings. I forget his name. I'm gonna have to search his name, and that's what I'll name this guy here. But we're gonna go ahead and let's see what kind. We got the Trickster Rogue, the Devoted Cleric, the Control Wizard, Hunter Ranger, Scourge Warlock, and the Great Weapon Fighter. I'm going to go for the Great Weapon Fighter, quite obviously. I mean, let's be serious. And let's see, it automatically comes with 2 to Constitution, which, if you don't understand what Constitution is, it's basically endurance, how much you can take And I do believe it does involve how much your armor weighs you down.
Well, your constitution is basically how much you can take. Your strength is basically based on how much weighs you down. Charisma is how you can influence people. You know, so it really does follow the Dungeons and Dragons of the old day. You know, so in an aspect, constitution and strength usually will be, when you look at this game, it will be mixed together. Constitution and strength will be mixed together. Dexterity and, let's say, strength will be mixed together, just to make it easier for you, because that's what would be mixed together with these particular characters. The one thing I like about this is, if, you know, a lot of people scratch their head, what am I going to name this character, you know? What am I going to name it? You know, I got to name it from Lord of the Rings, I got to name it from this. Well, they have a feature where they could, where it will automatically choose a name for you at random. It won't be anybody other's name, and it will just automatically choose a name for you at random if you run into that problem, you know. So you could just quickly get into the game, you know. But I really do like the fact that you could customize your character in this. It's much better than any of the other Dungeons and Dragons games that have come out.
Oh yeah, they have some crazy customization in here. And as you can see, I believe it's pronounced Gimli, the dwarf in Lord of the Rings. And this almost looks exactly like him. It's pretty crazy right here. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this as it is. Actually, the hair... Okay, so that only depicts... I'm not able to change much of any... Wait, maybe... What's this? Okay, that is much better with the dreads. Alright, we're going to go ahead with that. The dreads definitely fit. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and finish this. Like I said, I'm going to name it Gimli. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced... Alright, so this right here, it's the deity affiliation. It has nothing to do with the actual gameplay, but just for the sake of it, we're going to go for Torm. Brief explanation. The Loyal Fury is the god of law, dutifully upholding the strictures of... Strictures? I've honestly never heard that word. Of civilization. Torm is served by paladins and other holy champions, ever steadfast and true. He is consumed by his sense of duty. Now, the only reason why I chose this is because he is consumed by his sense of duty. Gimli is definitely consumed by his sense of duty. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and also choose... Now, this has no purpose as well, but this basically gives another... set of a backstory for our character, and I think we're just gonna go for Baldur's Gate. Pretty easy, and it's just like what kind. We're gonna go Flaming Fist Mercenary. All right, and the character's name. I gotta hit X, and this is how you spell it. I hope I'm spelling it correctly. Yep, Gimli, exactly like this. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and confirm that. So this is our character. He's going to have the helmet on. He's going to look exactly like he does in the movies. And we're going to have some fun with this. So let's go ahead and begin adventure. Now it says level 1. We're going to be going through the tutorials. It's not really too much. I'm pretty sure it takes you through the tutorials. You have to go through the beginning here.
Look out!
But here in the beginning, you beat the dungeon, and you kind of do the beginning quest, learn how to fight, stuff like that. Pretty basic stuff. Okay, it creeped me out because he is really short.
Thank the gods! When I saw the
Yeah, no,
Dracula attack
me,
the ship,
I
was
chose a
afraid there would be
trickster
no
road, like
survivors.
he said.
What brings you to Neverwinter in
A
such
sun.
troubled times?
If you
Sorry,
played this game, it's
didn't
a sun elf. So again, deity. I chose a sun god. Again, it has no affiliation with gameplay. It doesn't have anything to do with it. And I chose more of a sun atmosphere as to where I came from. It's kind of like your background, you know, what your where you came from, what town you came from, how you grew up. So again, it has no affiliation to gameplay. It just adds a little spice, whereas the other Dungeons and Dragons games didn't have that affiliation.
No, they did not offer anything like that. So, basically... Oh, by the way, I would like to point this out. I just realized this, alright, and I feel dumb for it. I did my Loot Crate unboxing, and I never realized this, but this shirt right here, I got this from the latest Loot Crate, alright? And it's the "and" symbol, alright? Or the ampersand. This is the Dungeons and Dragon ampersand symbol, and I thought that was badass. And since we're playing Neverwinter, you know, I kind of figured, hey, you know, it's pretty relevant, so I'm gonna go ahead and wear it. This thing is amazing. I love Loot Crate. If you do not know what Loot Crate is, go ahead and check the video down below. It's basically a monthly box that they give you a bunch of goodies, stuff like that, for $20. And I got a shirt out of this one, so I mean, it's pretty badass. So we're gonna go ahead and talk to Lieutenant Linkletter. All right, and
It's good to see.
you have to give first aid to the wounded soldiers. Oh my goodness, I cannot speak. The wounded soldiers on the battlefield.
Mindless undead who lost their masters in the fighting.
So we're gonna go out here.
To make matters worse, the enemy is raising our
right trigger to use sure strike, damaging all foes in front of you.
And here's
Hover your reticule over objects and enemies to target them.
Thank you.
Alright, and a second wounded soldier there. Let's kill some of these zombies. Now, they're a zombie type, and they just have different names. They got pretty creative with it. These are rotters. There's also, like, ogres and stuff like that. Me and Harry have both seen them.
Yeah.
It gets pretty intense. And for a free game, this is not that bad of a game, I'd have to say.
Oh, absolutely. I would say it's probably one of their better free games that they've put out. I mean, we all know that
they have like Crimson Dragon and I forget the other ones, but they're free games and they're all right. And then they prompt you way too much to buy their in-game currency.
Yeah, this doesn't really prompt you too much to buy their in-game currency.
We were
you
lucky,
might see
Drake.
somebody
Thank you for
running
aiding.
around with on a spider,
I'm afraid
or
I have
running
a
around on
gruesome
a
task.
horse or something like that. But
driven Valindra's
they
main
pretty
army
much
off.
spent in-game
Our brave
currency,
was
you
of
know. And
allies
if
still
you're that
harass
much into
us.
it, you know,
The
go ahead,
left
spend the
trigger
in-game
charge
currency if you
sweeping
want to.
strike.
If you want to
by
have
all
that,
means.
you know. I mean, you got the game for free. You know, do what you want with that. But we just like playing the game. We don't really.
It has some really good gameplay.
Yeah, that's some really good gameplay. The horse, the dragons, the spiders really have no
When a Dracolich is
effect
killed,
on your
its spirit
gameplay.
returns to a special phylactery.
It more has more effect on
It can
movement.
possess the body
Yeah,
of
it has
another
more effect on your
dragon
movement.
and be
Gets you
reborn.
around faster, you know. And
This
if you want to do
Dracolich's
that,
spirit has
by
not
all means, go
departed
ahead.
yet.
If
I am
that's
trying
your
to
kind of
bind
gameplay,
it here.
but it's just
If it cannot return to the phylactery,
it's
we
just
may
extra,
be
and
able
if
to
you
destroy
want to
it
do it.
and deprive
You know?
Valindra of a powerful
But,
ally.
Now I just gotta ask to make sure, Harry, you are recording, correct?
absolutely.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
You found some ammunition. We must drop.
Alright, let's see. I gotta store the arrows. It's lagging a little bit for me.
Well, it's lagging a little bit for me, but you know, the reason that this thing is lagging, I think, is you know, if I go to the if you go to Quest and you go for instances and everything, it's a pretty popular game, you know, and it's run on a probably
Thank
an
you for-
automated server.
More undead are
And,
attacking Neverwinter. They're
you know, it's
boiling out
working
of
its
Castle
best
Never
to
and storming the Sleeping
accommodate
Dragon Bridge.
Everybody that's playing.
If the bridge falls, they will enter the heart of the city.
and,
Protect his
it'll
enclave.
switch you around from
I must
different,
stay-
you know.
Release a low spinning
We
strike
want to
to
call it
enemy
different
stage,
worlds, but it's the
temporarily
same
slow.
world. It's just different parts of the server.
It's kind
try
of
and
like,
avoid this.
for those of you RuneScape players, it's like different worlds, but like there's different types of worlds like PvP and stuff like that. It's not like that. It's more or less of like, so you have like World 32, that's like one of the most popular, or there's like World 135, that's the most popular, and here it's called instances, where it's server like 32, server 35 or whatever, something like that. And it's
Hello
really
again.
easy to
You're looking a
navigate
good
between
deal
them.
fiercer
Some of
than
them
when
are
you
more
washed up on the
crowded than
beach.
the others, and
Told you trying out by the fire would do you good.
I have to go to
My
sleep.
mother
in
always
Dragon
says,
Bridge, right?
warm
Okay.
clothes make for warm.
Sometimes some of them are a little less crowded, so if you don't feel like having so many people in one server, or everybody all crowding in one
They're in
area,
trouble.
then
We must
that's
go to
probably
their
the
aid.
better place to go to. Alright, so we're sitting here on the bridge.
In any direction, sprint away.
Yeah, we're sitting here on the bridge. We got some
Do
undead
not sprint
soldiers.
when your stamina is low.
I forget how to dodge. I completely forgot how
I
to
believe
dodge.
it's with your left stick.
Alright, so we got
Although I've never seen a dwarf dodge before. I mean, that would be something for me.
No, I've never seen a dwarf dodge either. He just kind of doesn't really give a shit.
I've seen an elf dodge before, but I've never seen a dwarf dodge before. So, kind of wish I could see that part. I'm a little bit further ahead of you, so.
You're not doing any quests, right?
No, I'm
Because
just.
I'm almost done.
I'm just amusing myself right now. I kind of would like to see you dodging. That would be more amusing.
Yeah, I'm on the bridge, so I'm about to hit the intro.
But remember, you got to invite me to your game because we are in two different instances right now.
Yeah. First, we have to invite each other to the a group, and then we invite each other to, or we join each other's instance, which is basically our world. So, alright, so so we're gonna kill this Deathlock Wit White. Thought I said glitch there. Alright, level 4. I don't remember hitting level 2 or 3.
L, B, and A together.
Yeah, they just kind of creep up on you. I hit level 4 too, so I mean,
X together.
those two just kind of creep up on you during the zombie missions, and really until you hit level 5,
You can activate your
you're
daily
not going to
power
get
when your
anything
action
super
points are full.
special.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. Anything before that's not going to be that difficult to come in contact with. Like I said, the gameplay is really great. The monsters are going to progress with you. Whatever you attack is going to progress with you. This is not like Diablo. Diablo, the monsters tend to not progress with you unless you go up to your hardened, more hardened games, more hardened editions of it.
Yeah, the harder levels.
The harder levels.
Harder. Yeah.
Like Inferno levels and stuff like this. But your monsters will progress with you. If you're like a level 60, your monsters are going to be a level 60, and you're going to have to go up against those.
Yeah, you go along with the quest. They did a really good job at engineering this game where there's no possible way you could kind of fall behind or really jump ahead. Because if you do the quest, you're going to level up.
Exactly. You're definitely going to level up. You get treasure chests for completing quests. You also get armor and stuff dropped for attacking more elite monsters usually. It's not as difficult as some of the other Dungeons and Dragons games, where if you got like a piece of armor that's better than the other, it will tell you it's more recommended than the other piece of armor that you're wearing. On the screen, it will say this is recommended over what you're wearing. So you're not going to have to sit there and scratch your head and say, well, you know, do I put this on or do I not put this on?
Yeah, Diablo gives you way too many attributes that you have to sit there and compare. Like, do you want this, this, and this, or decrease this just a little bit, then you increase this, this, and this? You really have to like get into it when it comes to Diablo. But with this, it tells you this is recommended. It still has that those little attributes that, you know, like, do you want stamina or do you want health? So it's pretty forward and to the point. So
Exactly, but
let's see.
you know, I mean, you might lose something and you might gain something, but it is going to tell you if it's recommended or not. You know, the other thing is you're playing in an open world
Alright,
game.
I'm just gonna fix the calibration here. These things were falling
So
off the
in an
sides.
open world
There we
game,
go.
other people could
Everything's
walk
good
up
now.
to you and say, "Hey, we want to
So now
invite
I'm
you to
sitting
our
here.
group."
I'm in the
So if
market
you flip playing
area.
alone, then somebody else wants to invite you to their group.
I'm in the
You know,
sleeping dragon
Maybe you make a new
bridge.
friend. You know,
So
You-
what I'm gonna
you
do now
play their
is I'm gonna
adventure
go
along
ahead
with
and
them.
get I'm gonna get Harry in my group, and by doing that,
Well,
Oh,
it looks like my party chat
pretty
has
sure
been
you go to
disconnected
social
from my nephew.
friends. You find the people that are playing,
Have no idea why.
and you should
Ah,
have a
He's
group
inviting me to the group.
invite.
So I'm going to accept his invite.
Did you get that?
And now
Okay.
he's in my group.
Can you hear me? Okay, so he's... Alright, so we're having a little bit of a technical
And now he's got to invite me
difficulty
back.
right now.
Well, he left
gonna
the
try and
party
get him
and now he's
back
going to
into the
invite me
party.
back to the party. And then he's going to get in my instance. So that we're in the same adventure together.
Alright, can you hear me?
Okay. And we are connected back together again. That's just a matter of...
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna see if I could change instances into yours.
Let me find out what my instance is for you.
Is it 75?
I believe it was 75, but I want to check right now. My instance right now is not 75, actually. It booted me and put me in a different instance because it
Oh, I'm
overloaded.
in instance 75.
You're in instance
See if
75.
you could join mine.
Okay.
Yeah, see if you could join mine.
Now keep in mind these instances are not in numerical order, so you have to kind of find it.
Yeah.
Don't get yourself frustrated with that. Just look around and you'll find 75. I mean, just numbers. Again, it's run by a computer, so it's just randomly throwing out, server numbers. So.
Hey, what's go to the top of the list and tell me what numbers in order you have.
Well, the very top of the list has 1, and then...
Then it goes 56, 93, 83.
Yeah, something like that.
Go to
156.
83.
No, mine goes 156, 67, 38, 93, 89, 32.
Go to 67.
I'll go 67.
Yeah. Alright, I'm traveling to instance 67. I know this may be a little bit of, maybe a little bit of a hassle to begin with, but hopefully things, smoothing out on the way. Okay.
I don't
So-
got an instance 67 right on here. So.
Oh.
For available action.
Me and you, we were in the same instance, Harry. We were already in the same instance. Wow, I feel like a dumbass. I feel like a complete dumbass. We were already in the same instance.
Same instance. And you just traveled out of it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But 67 should have been at the top.
I'm going back there, and I did not see 67, so... Yeah, there we go, 67. Now I'm traveling to the same instance, so that we're on the same... in the same realm. He knows where Sergeant Knox is. Again, we played this before.
Yeah.
So he's going to meet me over there by Sergeant Knox, and then we're going to begin our adventure.
Alright, so this is basically an introduction. Let's see. You're over there. Are you over here by Sergeant Knox?
Well, I'm moving over there
Okay,
right
here
now.
he is. You're right here.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to end it off right here. We're right here in front of Sergeant Knox. He's right over there. And we're going to go ahead and this is basically the introduction video. This is Neverwinter. Hopefully we get way more into it. The intro isn't really as juicy as we'd like them to be.
Right.
I'm not going to say anything. So,
No.
they're usually not as juicy as we like them to be, so things will pick up. G-rated game,
Yes.
not G-rated people.
Right.
All right. So hopefully we get into this a bit more. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. This is one of the very first series that we're going to be posting here up on Pick Your Poison. So give a warm welcome to Harry. He doesn't really have like an alias himself, but you could just call him Harry. My name is Zoe, or Nick, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I'm out.
All right. Me too.